But we could enjoy economic fairness and a robust social safety net just by doing this.
Yeah, and I mean, it's the mantra of the left right now, and that scares me. I mean, let's look at who else talks about income inequality. We have a list here.
Yes, our dear friend Russell Brand says he's in favor of a socialist egalitarian system based on the massive redistribution of wealth, heavy taxation of corporations, and massive responsibility for energy companies and any company exploiting the environment. Of course, that's the big thing. I think they should be taxed, he says. I think the very concept of profit should be hugely reduced. That's what he's saying.
This is all really scary as we unravel it. Okay, so here we go. Ed Miliband, the head of the British Labour Party, who recently lost the general election to David Cameron and the Conservatives, staked his campaign on tackling income inequality, the same thing that Bernie's saying, and frequently spoke in admiration of the Scandinavian economies, same exact thing. And remember that Russell Brand, who supposedly doesn't vote, hosted Miliband on his podcast shortly before the election and endorsed him. If we judge by Brand and Miliband, we can assume that income inequality is the calling card of the left, backed by the Fabian socialists and Soros and on down the line. And indeed, that turns out to be the case. This idea is all over the New Statesman. It comes out of Oxfam, which is also the sponsor of the Robin Hood tax. And Bernie Sanders calls himself a democratic socialist. So
yeah, we also had, let me tell you a funny thing here. You remember Papandreou was the first austerity prime minister who in his election campaign, the basic thing that he was saying was, let's be the Denmark of the South. So that's exactly the same thing. The point we need to make here is not that the idea of income inequality is untrue. Of course it's true. It's obvious. The point is that Bernie Sanders and the rest failed to identify the cause of that inequality. Is it the tax system? Is it corporate greed? Or is it something else? As listeners to Dr. Tarpley should know by now, if you want to distribute the pie more fairly, you first have to bake the pie. While the notional or dollar value of the world economy may have grown, the real value of the world economy, or at least the Western economy, has collapsed to the point where there is not enough to go around, no matter how fairly you distribute it.
I want to throw one thing in really quickly, that these Scandinavian societies are not perfect. They're incredibly Malthusian and controlled, and it's not necessarily the life you want because you're stuck in your place, and that's your place forever. But okay, let's bring Michael. How should I announce this here? We have Reverend Pinckney on. Michael, can we take a break for a moment?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. We'll go back to where we were. Reverend Pinckney.
Reverend Pinckney is here. How you doing?
Oh, Reverend Pinckney, I haven't spoken to you in weeks. I'm hosting for Webster again, who's traveling in Russia, giving a conference with world leaders and promoting your case. And I'm also co-hosting with Michael Chiatinas from Athens. So you have support around the world. And I'm sorry.
I know Michael. Do I not know Michael? I know Michael.
You know Michael. Say hi, Michael.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing, Michael? How you doing? Here I'm at the Holiday Inn in Coldwater, Michigan. Most people call it the penitentiary, but I call it the Holiday Inn. But I tell you, the food is bad, but it's just one of those situations. Hey, I say I only got about 10 minutes to give you, so it's a privilege to have you, Michael. And Danielle, it's an honor and a privilege to be on Webster's show. I just love this opportunity just to let the people know exactly what happened. And I do have great news to tell everybody. I got news that I'm excited about, and we're ready to take it to the very next level.
Tell us all about it, Reverend. Tell us everything we need to know.
Here's the great news. First of all, on the 14th, they denied my motion for a new trial.
Yes.
And what they was trying to do, well, what they have done, they tried to hold up or delay me from getting the transcript. The judge has given them some extra time, but we now have the trial transcript paid for in full.
Excellent.
Have the trial transcript, but we don't have February 27th hearing and April 14th hearing, and that's not paid for as of yet. So that's what we're shooting for right now. We're moving to the next level within the next, I would say, within the next 35, 45 days or so. We should be inside the appeal court and requesting an appeal bond at that time. So we're moving forward. We're doing the things that need to be done, and I'm more than happy to say to everybody out there, I want to thank them for everything they have done and contributed, and it's really been an honor to have so many people who are willing to say, yes, there's something wrong with this criminal justice system.
What can we do to help you right now? So we need more donations to come in. And what else can we do? Let us know what we can do to help you.
Absolutely. What we need now, we need to take this thing to a whole different level. Like I said, we're still very much in need of the February 27th transcript and also the April 14th. Once we get those, we'll have a
Daniela Walls and Michael Chiotinas in Athens sitting in for Dr. Webster Tarpley, and we are lucky to have Reverend Edward Pinkney on the line. Reverend, continue where you were before the break.
Absolutely, absolutely. So this is what we want people to do. Like I said, the February 27th trial script, we need to purchase that. Also, the April the 14th trial script, we need to purchase that. So whatever people wanted to contribute, they're welcome to contribute and just take this thing to a whole different level, and we're prepared to take this thing to a whole different world. We still need the people support. Also on June 3rd, we will have a protest of the Attorney Grievance Commission in Detroit, Michigan. Matter of fact, we're organizing the people now to make sure that they'll be there. They're going to be there. That's June 3rd. It's going to start around 10 a.m. So we want people to say we're going to be there all day on that day, on June the 3rd, and we're going to be protesting the Attorney's Grievance Commission. And the reason why they allow these prosecutors to get away with what they do, and they give them a free pass. They know that they're corrupt, but they say nothing about it. So we want to let them know that we know that they are corrupt, and we're going to move this thing to a whole different level. So I want people all over the world, and also I want them to call. You can call the Attorney Grievance Commission. You can reach them at 313-961-6585 and tell them that we want a complete and thorough investigation of the prosecutor, Michael Seppert, in Barron County, Michigan.
I will post all that information and the number for the Attorney Grievance Commission on tarpley.net so people can find the number.
Absolutely, and make sure they understand how important it is for them to call, because they think that everybody is so intimidated by this court system. It's basically a criminal enterprise that they've been running anyway. So we have to make sure that they understand that we are not going to back down, and we come to fight. Because there's never been a fight I didn't like. So I'm enjoying every minute of this. I might be here, have to eat this food. Listen to me. This food, Airmark. Those of you around there, make sure you understand who Airmark is. What they have done, they have, as a matter of fact, 123 prisoners got food poisoning in Ionia. Another 79 in Jackson, Michigan, at the prison in Jackson. And here's this. And in Saginaw, they were serving prisoner food that they have thrown in the garbage. And nobody ever say anything about this. This stuff is almost ridiculous. Nobody will believe the way this prison system is run. And I just want to thank the people that allow me to be on the show from the prison system. Because they could stop it at any time, but they have decided that that the world needs to know, and how can you stop the freedom of speech? So that's the most important thing. And I'm excited, Danielle. I'm so excited to be on this show to tell the world about what's happening inside this prison system. And here's another thing. We have to figure out a way how we're going to send some of these guys home. Some of these guys have been in prison for 50 years, 40 years, and nobody seems to care. So it's time that we take a stand and move this thing to a whole different level. The people have to step to the plate and say no more. Until you come step to the place and say no more, it's going to continue just like this. So I'm here for a reason. It's no accident that I'm here. And God put me.
Absolutely agree with you about that. It's a barbaric, uncivilized system, and that's the wreckage of the barbaric, uncivilized system.
Oh, absolutely. And you wouldn't believe the healthcare system. At one time, they was talking about letting guys go home because it costs more to give them good health service than it would do to keep them and make money off of them. But then it came up, they pulled a rabbit out of the hat. Here, the state pays 100% of the health care. And then the federal government now pays 70%. So now is no reason to let these guys go. And I have discovered this just recently because they tried to get me. They had me signing up for Medicaid. And I sent it back. I didn't want it. They told me I had to have it. They say, you have no say-so in this prison system, whether you like it or not. I tell you, Danielle,
I'm sorry,
I'm excited. Yes, I'm excited, Danielle.
We're all steady around the world. I'm sorry if it seems like for the last couple of weeks I've been out of touch, but we are 100% with you to the end and beyond. So don't ever worry about that. We're building forces over here too.
Danielle, I'm not concerned about. And also, I want people to write me. They can go to bhbanco.org and get my address and write me letters and stuff like that, like they were doing. We want people from all over the world to be writing me, and then what I would do, I would write them back, let them know the conditions here, so they can spread the word also. They can put it on their website. They can do different things like that, but we have to show them what we're capable of doing. Until we're able to do this and get this word out, it's going to continue. There's no excuse for this country. This country is going to have 3 million people. 3 million people in this prison system by the year 2020. 3 million people. That's a lot of folks. That's more than China. That's more than Russia. That's more than both of them put together. But we
people want to make sure that you get the letters. They don't intercept them, do they? Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Put that on the website, and you can reach me. I'm in Coldwater, Michigan. That's the name of the prison.
I'll put the address up on tarpley.net. Underneath this radio interview. So with the attorney grievance commission number to prosecute Mike Sepik for egregious handling of the case, and that we still need donations, and we have filed the transcript, and we're beginning the appeal process. So that's where we are.
Absolutely, and it's getting that transcript was extremely difficult, but we have it, and we're ready to move forward. And I'm expecting big things to happen. I'm expecting to expose a system that was built on corruption. And it's also running a criminal enterprise. And this is the most important thing that happened. We get a chance to tell the world about this criminal justice system. Because I don't think we would ever have gotten a chance. Nobody would believe that the judge is corrupt. Nobody would believe that the prosecutor.
You have 1 minute remaining.
These things, but I'm telling you today it's happening. But listen, Danielle, I only got about 60 seconds left. I just want everybody to know that don't forget the 3 most important things. Call that Attorney Grievance Commission and demand that Michael Sepik be put on trial and investigated for criminal activity. Number 2, those of you out there, we still need financing for the transcript for February 27th and April the 14th. The trial transcript we do have, which was the big one, is more than 2,000 pages, something like that. So we definitely got that. So I want everybody to make sure they understand how important it is, and I really appreciate everybody. Everybody, you've done a tremendous job, but let's not give up now. I'm close to that door, and you can get a chance to just pull me on out. So please do whatever you can to help, and I appreciate it very much.
Thank you, Reverend Pete. We love you and we miss you.
Hey, thank you so much. And tell them they can go to bhbanco.org. That's bhbanco.org. And
thank you for using Global Telling.
I'll finish what he was saying. You can go to bhbanco.org to make your donations, and it would be great if you could decide how much that you're comfortable spending each month and make it a monthly recurring donation as part of something you're doing to help this entire American problem. So thank you for that. And Michael, are you still there?
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Good. Well, what were we talking about when we left off? Do you remember?
I just want to say that you can see how in this Pinckney affair,